And you know what? He got off to a great start, Kelly. He had 10 points in that first quarter. And you're talking about his outside shooting. They said, all right, hit it. Yeah. And he did.
He did. He set the tone. I mean, it was just going to be interesting to see what they were going to do there. Derek Fisher goes underneath the screen. Wide open shot. You know, comes down the court. Lakers were slow. They looked slow. Another open shot for Jeremy Lin. Can't beat a 15-foot open shot. A lot of guys in this league would love to make it an entire career on doing that. There he gets a steal, an easy layup. So he made things easy for himself because he took pressure off himself by making some early shots. Crowd got into it. Jeremy's excited. He's been playing well. That just continued. That first quarter fueled what we saw the last three quarters.
Yeah, and the Lakers came, obviously, they're coming off that back-to-back. They played last night in Boston, going to overtime. They almost looked like they were starting this game out, Kelly, that they were going to kind of feel it out. Pack it in and just kind of see, because not a lot of time to scout this, not a lot of time to really prepare for Jeremy Lin. So they wanted to kind of see what they were going to get. And if, let's say he missed one or two or three of those open looks he got early, different game, but he did knock them down. And like you said, got the confidence in himself, got some momentum going, and it really turned the game.
Yeah, and Alan, I don't think they respected not only Jeremy Lin, but the Knicks. Because they played back-to-back, they didn't know much about him. I don't think they knew much about who they were going to see on the Knicks in particular, because it's a different team.
Now, Kobe said they asked him last night in Boston about Jeremy Lin, and he said, I don't know anything about it. Well, I think Kobe knows about Jeremy Lin now.
Well, now he says we're going to have to play him differently next time if there is a next time.
Yeah. Right? And, guys, the storyline also here early is the Lakers just couldn't shoot. They went 4 out of 18, the Lakers, from the floor in the first quarter, and for the half, Kelly, it was 13 of 38 from the floor for the Lakers.
Bill, they were awful. I mean, you and I were watching this, and I mean, they were getting good looks. They were getting shots in the paint. They were getting open looks on the outside. The Lakers were awful, and they were awful shooting the basketball. It just continued on and on. Derek Fisher looked like, I'm not sure he would have made the Washington Generals on that particular play right there. He hits the backboard on the straightaway, goes to the corner, hits the top of the backboard. Lakers were terrible. But the only thing you could say is that the Knicks were only up 8 at halftime when it probably should have been, 15, 18, something like that.
Got to 14 at one point. You thought, okay, push this a little bit closer to 20 at the half, and maybe you get some quit in the Laker legs. But no, they did hang around.
Yeah, they were probably disappointed the Knicks were at halftime only being up 8 because the Lakers did not play well.
And then in the third quarter, he had the Kobe dynamic. One for his first 11, Kobe Bryant, yet in the third quarter started to heat up with 10 points. All of a sudden, Kelly, Lakers hanging in there, and they're only down 6 after 3.
Well, all of us were sitting there watching the game going, what's this game going to come down to? Is Kobe, whether Kobe's going to want to decide to play, how much does he really want to win this game? Well, he got a little bit of a run in the third quarter, right, where he got it going. He made, 5 out of 6 at one time and had 10 in the quarter. And you thought, well, maybe the Lakers or whatever, but I still didn't like their body language because he was not – it was like going off on Kobe by himself, double and triple teaming, and he still went past to one or two guys. There was no flow whatsoever.
It was all isolation. It was basically everybody on the weak side. Kobe goes one-on-one with his guys. When the double comes, maybe he gives it up, and a lot of times he didn't.
Yeah. Well, he's got no help on the perimeter. I mean, let's be honest about it. I mean, he
didn't tonight. Maybe not tonight. So, but it was they survived the Kobe run, but I guess you got to give them credit because they could have folded, but the Knicks continued to play hard.
Right.
And that was why they won this game. They played through it and played hard.
And they continued to hang in there. Fourth quarter, Kelly, Lakers within 3 at 70-67. I mentioned off the top, Iman Shumpert. 9 points in the fourth quarter and a couple of big ones right here.
Well, give Shumpert a lot of credit. A guy that's been struggling, particularly going to the basket. Alan Hans mentioned this more than once and got a few good looks, took a tough shot there. Plus the foul, did a nice job of getting himself involved and raising his confidence. And Jeremy Lin knocks down a straightaway 3. They back off on the switch, had the big man on.
This is the biggest one of all right here.
And this is now hitting threes in the fourth quarter,
right?
Still
Offensive rebound. Give the credit to Jeffries. Gets the offensive rebound. Lin standing there. Nobody really runs at it. He knocks it down.
Gets the strip.
And then he gets the strip, and this leads to a 3-on-1. Give it to Shumpert, able to finish. And that was pretty much it. It was the same thing over and over and over again. I just thought a couple of times they had some lows. They didn't play well. They fought through it. Kobe got hot or whatever. But all in all, this was Knicks. They just outclassed the Lakers on their effort.
And again, we haven't even mentioned Melo and Amari. This just in, they didn't play tonight.
They didn't play, yeah. I mean, Melo was a spectator in this game as well. But again, Jeremy Lin mentioned it in his interview, and he's right. And Jared Jeffries really did set a tone in this game with the extra effort stuff. Getting
him and Tyson Chandler, by the way.
Chandler did an unbelievable job. You're right.
Those two guys are their bigs. compared to what Gasol and Bynum gave the Lakers.
And you didn't get much out of Gasol. You didn't get much out of Bynum in this game. They tried to pound it inside, but they didn't. And anytime there was a loose ball, it seemed like Jeffries or Chandler was getting to that loose ball a lot faster. Some of those offensive rebounds they got to in the fourth quarter, again, it was Jeffries, his long arms getting to it. Extra possessions, so important again. And, it turns out on that last other three-pointer that we saw, that's a big one because it goes to the corner. He's wide open, all because Jeffries made the effort to get that offensive
Extra
rebound.
effort and hustle wins games all the time.
No matter who's on the
guys
court.
any day.